not genetically modified, not synthetic. You're now using the very things that your melanin controls, because as they're finding now with black holes and dark stars, the biggest black hole you have is right there in your head in the pineal gland. It's a dark matter mass. They can't break it down. They have not been able to do it, and it does the same thing that you're now finding out. As we now go forward in consciousness on our planet, which I feel is going from the third dimension to the fifth dimension, and we go consciousness with it, our melanin gets stronger. Our pineal gland begins to vibrate more, like the big waves that you see coming from the Uraeus and the Caduceus. It is a way of coming back into consciousness and living with the planet rather than being against the planet, getting stronger instead of getting weaker. And this is why now they're getting into all these things that are going to weaken you in the term of shots and all like that. But I'll take a break on that one because I think I've shared a lot, and I thank you very much, Brother Rich, for at least letting the people understand some of the products, of course, and we also do have tapes. But I'm more interested right now in the products we have because everybody needs them, and most people don't know it.
What does it mean for the planet? You say the planet is going from the third to the fifth dimension. What does it mean for the planet to be in the fifth dimension? How will it affect us differently? What will it be like?
It is my understanding, limited as being a mere mortal person, a spiritual person, trying to understand the existence of life and why I have here and where I'm going from and where I'm coming to and all these things. In my studies now, as is being revealed by many people, so I agree with them, that our planet has been like a kindergarten. It's been a planet that is like a zoo, matrix, the island of Dr. Mabuse, where you had a mad scientist that escaped so-called civilization and went and experimented with animals on the island, crossbreeding them, DNAing them, mixing other animals with other animals, and finding humans with other animals. Well, I think that's what's been done on this planet. This planet is very, very, very old, much older than most of the geophysicists and archaeologists and meteorologists and all these so-called historic figures that try to measure the Earth, and it has had intelligent life on it. If we can call this intelligent life, then I say it continues. I think we're not too intelligent most of the time, but it has had intelligent life forms on it, and unfortunately some of those life forms have taken hold of this planet, misused it, and be DNA'd many things, and many experiments still go on here. And those are why you hear about people being abandoned and kidnapped and genetically modified. There's a fight that has been going on for this planet for some time. But this planet has won the fight. It's won the love of the universal creator, who has decreed, and I can think of no other else than the universal creator that can do this, that our planet now be granted a dispensation, the right to go from kindergarten to postgraduate school. And in the space of, I would say, the next 4 years. Because as they talk about 2012, 2012 means if you can get there, you're already into the fifth dimension. Now that goes by this, by saying that the third dimension is as low as you can get and still be under a sun. That's why you hear the phrase, there's nothing new under a sun. That simply means that when you have a sun, you cannot govern yourself. You are now using the rays of consciousness that certain ones on the planet can pull from, the planet herself can pull from. But when a planet graduates, she goes into the dark world. She goes and creates her own light. And they always say, looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, I say, in wise souls bring the light when they go into the tunnel, because if they know you go into the tunnel, you'll need light. And so let there be light meant that the darkness had surrounded here was also very good, but it was misused, and the sun was misused by the moon. And that gets into another story. I'm not going to cross all these things. But when the moon came in, it lowered the vibrations of the sun, and our sun has been seeking to grow in stature and in magnetism ever since. Well, we now have, and I say this very slowly, most of you have heard it before. For those who are new at it, I'll make the statement again. We now have two suns. We've had a second sun since almost the middle of 2003, and it is very magnetic and growing in magnetism. And, of course, all the astronomers and astrophysicists and, again, the meteorologists say that our sun magnetic field is weakening. Biggest lie ever told. They want it to weaken. Our planet's magnetic energy is growing because the sun is now doubled in intensity because there are now two of them. Many people, I used to tell them, last year how they could still take photographs of it with just a cell phone camera, and you take it at the setting, not the rising, and you could see two. Well, that second one now has come into almost the same harmony with that first one, and with all the chemtrails and fog that they're putting up in false clouds, it's kind of hard to see, but you can feel the effect. And magnetic energy always feels cold. It's very vibrant, but it feels cold to the body till it resonates with the friction of chi, or the energy field. So other than that, it simply means that, as I understand it, our planet is graduating. We're now entering into the outer fringes of the fourth dimension. That's why people see shadow people. They begin to discover planets they didn't know were there before because those planets were on a frequency too high for us. But as we raise in vibration, as individuals do, they see more, they become more, they are more. For those who are not going to become more and bring out the best they can be, and that doesn't mean by joining the Marines. It means by joining the consciousness of Universal Creator's mind. When you do this, certain facilities within your body will begin to function better, dreaming in color, precognition, knowing somebody's going to call and they do. All these things are showing you that you're going forth. If these things are not happening, you've gone backwards. And that could be from the bad food, from being ignorant enough to take the shots, thinking that the shots can help you, by drinking the water that's got contamination of fluoride and chlorine and mercury. Food is genetically modified, and even the very air we breathe. Now they're putting chemtrails up into it, which contain titanium, barium, and aluminum, and that's bad for your body. So everything on this planet is being worked for bad, but the Creator has said, the planet has said, I want to be good. So for all of those problems, there are solutions. There's ways of cleaning up the chemtrails. There's ways, as I say, of taking out the bad things in the food, cleaning up your water, cleaning up your brain, your mind, and your soul. The thing is, you have to want to, have to be disciplined enough to do those things you know are right. And as other people say, when they begin to do the wrong thing, you can't do the right way in the wrong world, but you can do the wrong world, the right thing, if you understand who you are and make this a better place. I think it was Michael Jackson said that, and they took him out for that, but he's now stronger than he ever was because in the heavenly realms, people still remember him. That's the end of it.
Dr. Blaire, what planet do melanated people come from, or what galaxy? We're outside of this third dimension.
Well, melanated people, per se, let's put it a different way. Melanin is everywhere. Everything stems from melanin. That's why they say everything is absorbed into a black hole. Every light comes from darkness. Everything stems from the black hole. Everything stems from darkness. This is why darkness is not to be feared. The absorption of all rays makes darkness, but all rays still exist within that darkness, which means that even though it seems light to us because we're in a different spectrum vibration, it is very light once you're in the darkness. This is why melanin is a gift from the Universal Prime Creator. When you have melanin and a gland to actually produce and help understand melanin, the pineal gland, you are triply blessed. Now, it's been said that all galaxies that are dark have dark matter. And dark matter is what melanin is. Some say Sirius, some say Andromeda, some say Arcturus, some say many. There are many galaxies that have blackness and people and things because there's some blackness. See, for one thing, too, melanin actually is dark green color. It is chlorophyll. It is a life-giving source. There are many creatures and things that don't look like you but are dark and matter. If you have that, you have some melanin within you. That's what melanin generates. So whether or not it be those systems that I mentioned, or whether they be in existence in even other heavens, because I understand there might even be more than one universe and multi-universes. So it's very hard for me to say. But as history shows here, as affecting this solar system, it's been mainly Sirius. It's been Canis Major and Canis Minor. It's been Andromeda. It's been Arcturus. It's been many systems. In fact, it's been said that there is a brother sisterhood out there that's called the Galactic Confederation, which is versus what is called the Pact. The Pact is made by Dracons and evil-dwelling people. Some even have melanin, unfortunately, but it's been misused, versus those who are seeking the light of consciousness, not the darkness, again, of despair. The darkness is what you must enter into with light, and then you qualify. Other than that, you're under a sun. You can only go so far, and we're about to lose our sun, which is going to get brighter, and we'll become, in fact, on the nth degree, planets become suns if they raise their consciousness enough, and you get a chance to even express that. Different way I know it, but this is how I understand it.
What's the use of incarnated down here to the third dimension?
Well, reincarnation, of course, I think everybody in your audience would understand that, but so we're on the same page. To reincarnate, you have to redo something. Reincarnation, which means simply to enter again into the meat body on the iron strata of stratification, simply meaning reincarna, come again into the flesh or the meat, incarnation, and then it means the ion or strata of belief. This is incarnation. So it means to enter once again into the third dimension, to undergo that you have not been able to graduate before because your vibrations are still too low. So it simply means that if we were here before and we're back again, it's because we have a lesson to learn.